Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Skillshare at this point, and I have been loving taking their various creating digital planner courses. As you guys know, I have my own planner shop and I love creating things, but I'm not very artistic. And so I'm really trying to find ways to make my planners a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So one of my favorite courses so far has been the Design a Digital Planner for Free using Canva and Google Slides by Jana Uden. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who is a graphic designer and a digital artist, something that I wish that I could be, but I'm not. But Skillshare is the largest online community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. And Skillshare can really help you take your career, skills, hobbies, or passion and side hustles to the next level. So if you guys have been wanting to try digital planning and you don't want to maybe pay for a digital planner, you can sign up for Skillshare for free using my link below. The first 500 people to click will get a free month with Skillshare, and you can learn to create your own digital planner completely free. And who knows, you might even end up opening a digital planner shop of your own. So thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's get on with my planner lineup for 2025. Okay guys, I have been going back and forth thinking about what I want to do for 25. So that's why I've held off on making this video, because I didn't want to come on and then switch the next day. So I've given it a lot of thought, and today I'm pretty sure this is what I'll stick to. Don't hold me to it, but I've been feeling really good about this system for about 3 weeks, or at least the thought of the system, because I have been using it a little bit as well. So it's going to be a 3-part system. 1 is what I'm going to use personally. 2 is kind of like an on-the-go thing. And then 3 is what I'm going to be using for work. And yeah, this is where I'm going to need some help because 1, I know myself, and in the past, I've only been able to stick with one planner, but you know what it is, and you know how it is at the beginning of the year, you just get so excited and you want to like try all the planners. So I'm going to attempt to go for a 3 planner system and see how it goes. So let me take you through it. And I do have kind of a decision that I need to make that I really need you guys to help me with, as well as unboxing a couple things that I've got. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. I am thinking A6 for personal / kind of journaling, memory keeping. I really want to try to stay away from being on a screen next year, because I've noticed this year that I don't know, I'm like always glued to my phone, and it's not good. And so that's why I've been trying to move away from digital planning, which I did a lot of this past year. So I'm thinking A6, and I just posted a video about my A6 setup. And I'll tell you a little bit like how it's going to change for next year here, but I've been enjoying the setup that I had in the previous video for about 2-3 months now. Then what I was thinking for on the go, I'm just going to give you an overview and then I'll dive deeper into each. For my on the go planner, this is where I'm having a really hard decision. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw that I just posted a poll about, eternally, like the decision between these two is always such a struggle. I feel like I have this struggle every single year. I'm pretty sure I have a video on this already from last year, because yeah, have this problem all the time. Pocket rings versus Tien, and we'll talk a bit more about that one. And then the last thing that I was thinking is for work, and I was thinking of a Moleskine weekly. So let's maybe talk about the personal first, and then we'll go into these, because this is the one that I'm pretty sure of. So how I had it set up recently, past 3 months since I got it, was I had this kind of like A6 3-year calendar I got from Target for like a couple bucks slid in here. And then I just had a Hobonichi grid notebook here. I didn't buy anything from Hobonichi this year because I felt like I've always wasted them in the past and not filled them up. So I didn't want to make that big commitment. So this year I just got one of their little notebooks. And I've been testing it out and really enjoying it. Let me just show you a couple spreads, because I do have a lot of photos and stuff. But yeah, just like doing dailies and trying to doodle a little bit, doing weekly spreads, adding these stickers my daughter actually made on iPad, and then I printed it on sticker paper. And yeah, just, random scratch notes, putting memories and stuff in here. And really, really enjoying that. And then what I did for weekly planning as well was I printed this little weekly insert. I think this is from my shop. It's like an A6 TN style weekly insert, just to try out if I like this layout before getting a Hobonichi one for next year. If you guys are interested, I mean, I'll link all the stuff down below in the description box if you want to find any of this stuff, including like pens and all that. If you ever need anything, just look in the description box. Yeah, so I was using this for weekly planning whenever I didn't want to, draw out the weeklies in here. And it was working pretty well for me. I really like the flexibility of just like a grid notebook and being able to, write on one day if I wanted to, do planning in here on one day if I wanted to, do journaling, stick in stuff. And yeah, really loving that. The only thing I find is that if I'm using this system for like planning, then it was kind of a pain sometimes to have to, do up a daily or create like a weekly if I didn't want to use this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it just felt a little bit more journal-y to me, even though I did like that as well. So I kind of want to keep this notebook, but at the same time, I felt like I would have a little bit of FOMO if I didn't get some sort of A6 notebook. So you guys know that I love Kinbor as a great alternative to Hobonichi. The Hobonichis are just getting so expensive and I literally don't fill any of them out. And I just feel so bad buying one each year. So I got the Kinbor A6 and this is just from AliExpress. It's literally like, I think like $12 or something. Yeah, so it's a fraction of the price compared to Hobonichi. The paper, I know people get mad about what type of paper this is. There's a lot of debate on what it is because I think there's like a Japanese or a Chinese word for this on AliExpress, which I don't think means exactly Tomoe River paper, or some people say it does mean Tomoe River paper, so I don't really know. What I can tell you is that it behaves, I think, very similarly to Tomoe River paper is how I feel, or Tomoe River paper. Like when I feel this paper, which is Tomoe River paper because it's, from Hobonichi, versus this, the difference is that this is like very smooth, whereas this is a little it's not scratchy, but it's a little bit rougher. So this one's definitely extremely smooth, but they're both extremely thin, very lightweight, right? And from a pen test perspective, I did do a pen test on the Weeks version. Again, if you want an alternative, I'll link these down below to try it out. And they're really fantastic as a way to get into the Hobonichi world if you don't want to spend that money or you just want to give it a test. So here I did the TWSBI Eco, Platinum Preppy, a Friction, and a Tombow hard tip. And you can see obviously no feathering, no bleed through, minimal ghosting. Like you would have ghosting on Tomoe River paper as well, right? But I think it looks really great. So no problems with that. If you guys haven't seen what this looks like, I'll just give you a little quick flip through. So 24, 25 has this kind of quarterly setup that's great for tracking or whatever, or one line a day or whatever you want to use it for. So it's the year over 3 pages, I guess. Yeah. Then it gets into your monthly starting on January 1st, and they just look like this. I like that compared to Hobonichi, they don't have like all the written stuff at the bottom, so it feels like you have a bit more space to write. Plan of the new year. This will be a good spot for goals and stuff. And then it just gets into your dailies. So yeah, I've gotten one of these in the past. I'm going to be transparent. And I did not finish it. I really didn't. But I'm hoping, because I've been doing really well in this little notebook for 3 months now, that maybe it will stick better for me this year in here. And in the back here, actually, wow, I think this is new. I don't know that they had this before, is numbered grid pages. So yeah, wow. They must have just added this because I'm pretty sure last time I got this, they didn't have it. I mean, it's not a lot of grid pages, 17 pages, but it's a little bit of something. And I like that it's numbered in case you want to use the numbering. And here's 21-day plan. They got a couple of these, you know, these type of pages that I don't know what you would use it for. So yeah, that's that. And I might do a separate video, you know, when I actually fully set this up in terms of what I'm going to use each page for. I think it'll just be too long of a video here if I try to put it all in here. So I got this. And then the other thing I got for this setup, like I said, I tried my own printout, and then I bought this because I felt like it was working well. And so this is the Hobonichi Weekly Supplement. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's literally just a vertical. But now that I've got it, the reason why I got it is because I liked it like dated already. But now that I got it, I'm like, I almost like my printed version better. The reason being, not I'm tooting my own horn here, but in the back of your Hobonichi covers, there's this little slip. And like this fits really easily in here. Right? Like you can just slip this in on the side if you wanted to. Whereas this, because it's so chunky, like it won't fit. Like it's a bit too thick, right? And also because I'm combining it with this is pretty big on its own. So this is going to fill up this whole cover, especially if I have this on top of it as well. It's not going to be as thin and streamlined as this, which I liked because I was bulking up the pages with tip-ins, which I think I will do as well in here on the daily pages because I am going to try to do some journaling and stuff. So it's going to get pretty bulky, and I think it's going to be too big to fit in this cover that I really love. So I did order a Moterm A6 Plus to see if that would work. But yeah, I'm not sure because I am really loving how small the A6 is. But anyway, so that's kind of the setup and thought for this personal. Okay, so then let's talk about my on the go. So my original thought with the on the go was I gravitated towards my passport. It feels good in the hands. Like something about this blue cover just has my heart. I love the color. You know, I love the accessories I added, like, you know, a little charm, the yellow band. I don't know, something about it I just really love. And I love that, you know, with this zipper pocket, you can fit all your cards in here perfectly, like credit cards and all that stuff. It gets hidden. It's the perfect size. Whereas in the standard, like the bigger one, you know, it moves around and you can fit a whole bunch of cards because it's like a zip pocket like this versus, you know, a pocket or whatever where you have like some specific slots for it. Okay. And it's also a smaller form factor. So everything was pointing to this and I was really missing it. I love it when I'm traveling and yeah. Now, the only thing though is that because I'm now using the A6 notebook, I was like, but maybe I want a ring system so that I can have some flexibility at least in one of my planners, right? And you know, I want to change up like my daily spreads or inserts, and it's so nice to bounce around these. Like I love this daily, you know, with the little tracking of the weather. And then I love these kind of dailies. I love that I can add weeklies. You know, you can just add whatever, like project inserts, meal plans. It's just so easy. You don't have to draw it out. You can switch it, move it around however you want. And so that made me really second guess it and think about a pocket. And this is like the Filofax Finsbury. So it's pretty streamlined as well, but not as much as the TN. So that is a serious dilemma in my life right now that I haven't fully solved. So if you guys have a take on this, please let me know down below. Like 1 minute, I see somebody else's rings and I'm like, yeah, I want to be in rings. Then I like come back and I feel this and I'm like, no, but this just feels right in my hands. And yeah. Then the other thing is I did get a couple accessories for my TN. I mean, not that many, just a couple things. How cute is this little pamphlet? Hobonichi Techo Beginner's Guide. Super cute. I just got a couple things. So how I typically set this up, I keep it really simple. I took everything out here because I moved it over here, but I usually just like put a photo in here, put some stickers. This is empty. This, I've always had my monthly printable from, again, my shop that I really like actually. And I use this a lot for monthlies, and then some stuff in the back. And then here, like I said, I use all my cards, and then I use some cash in here typically, and then just kind of card here. And the nice thing is, like, if you want to add a little pocket notebook, so like a pocket Moleskine or something, this is a super old one, you can clip it into the back. Not clip it, but just like tuck it in the back, and it fits. It doesn't look odd, right? Like, it still works. So that's that. Again, problem is then I don't have like a movable system. Okay. Do you see my problem, my pain? Help me, please help me. So what I got was, I really loved the Traveler's Notebook theme this year, like the Have a Nice Trip, just because I really, really love traveling. And so it just really resonated with me. I love this design for some reason. It's just so cute. I usually never get these little clear folders because I don't find there's like a very good purpose for these. I know you can put in like stickers or like receipts or whatever, but I just kind of find it a bit superfluous, to be honest. But I guess having a trillion planners is also superfluous. So it's just like a little, it's very flimsy actually. And I guess you just put stickers or receipts or whatever, but I just love this design so much. I was like, okay, I will pay $10 this year and get this. Yeah, it's an expensive hobby. It really is. And it's a little bit wasteful at times. So I really try to just not get too much this year, but okay. Then the other thing I got was a pencil, what's it called? Pencil board. The one that I had, I think I got this from AliExpress. Again, I'll link these all down below, especially if you guys want like, you know, a less costly option. I think this was like $1 or $2 or whatever. And yeah, and this worked really well because I put a little pen holder here. And what I like to do is then I could just tuck it wherever I want, and I could add an extra pen here. So I really found this really useful. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get the Hobonichi version. And I don't know how I'm going to put this on because like I wouldn't want this to cover this because it looks so good. Maybe I would put on the back and just like have it like this kind of thing, you know? So that's my thought on that. Then the only insert that I bought was the monthly because I used, you know, this monthly, I kind of like to have kind of just a high level overview on the go. I'm not necessarily going to be writing in like a weekly or a daily on the go. It's more just referencing things just really quickly. So that's where this comes in. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, I'll open it and show you. What I like about this is that it comes with stickers, and I really enjoy these stickers to like put on the front or whatever notebooks you use that year, especially if you're journaling or whatever. It just, sorry for saying whatever 10,000 times, especially if you're journaling and stuff. It's just nice to have a sticker that represents what year it is, especially when you archive it. So yeah, this is just what it looks like, but I feel like it looks smaller than I expected. I mean, I obviously couldn't open it at the store. Like if I compare it against mine, I guess it's a teeny bit bigger, but I like that like mine has the nice grids, whereas this one has no grid. So I don't know. I kind of almost like mine better than this one. And mine has a couple extra plain pages at the back, whereas this one doesn't really. So I guess there's a few blank pages. So I don't know. I'll give it a try. Obviously, since I got it, I like that it's already dated, so I don't need to date it. But that is my thought on this, right? And just keep it pretty thin. And then sometimes I'll bring a little extra blank notebook just for my girls to doodle in, and it's kind of fun. And I should show you why I'm gravitating back towards this is I have used this a lot in the past. I'm not lying when I say that I have this archive binder of all the trips that I've been on. And each trip I would print one of my travel planners. a little travel notebook, and I would just, you know, document all the things in here in preparation for each of my travels. Oh, here's one, it's just like a blank grid notebook that I printed. Actually, I really like this. I think this is in the 2.5 millimeter size. I thought I liked the 3.5 better, but looking at this, I kind of missed this 2.5. So I might make another one of these. I mean, I didn't finish it, but yeah, so that's why I didn't buy any other ones. I just thought I could pull them from my shop. And so it's just nice to have like a little binder of those. So now that I talked to you about it, I'm leaning towards this again. Sorry, this video is going to take forever. So in here, I haven't really set it up. I just, you know, print and cut some inserts and I put it in here for now. I moved the cards and stuff over, but honestly, I might move it back. I don't know. Please help me. So that's the decision for on the go. And the last thing that I got was a work planner. I don't know. I'm not sure about it because I do kind of like to contain things in one thing. And most of the day I'm working. So I usually like to be able to see my work and personal together. But the thing is, I got this in a weekly and not necessarily a daily. So I thought, you know, in here, I could just track work related things that happen for a week. And then I can always use my personal to create daily pages. And this would obviously be like a sit on my desk kind of thing because it's a bit bigger in size, but it's still thin, so it's still portable if I needed to bring it to work. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. I think, you know, talking it through, it will be nice for me to have this for work from a day-to-day perspective. I really like this Moleskine paper, and I think they do take fountain pen now. A lot of them. I know Seaweed Kisses was doing like a whole bunch of testing on Moleskine notebooks and stuff, and a whole bunch of hers did well with fountain pens. So it probably just depends. I will do a pen test and everything on this probably in a separate video. So yeah, those are kind of the options for next year. Let me know what you guys are using. If you guys have decided, are you guys, you know, having trouble deciding, and what you're leaning towards? I feel like this year I've been kind of in and out of posting videos and being in the planner community just because I've had a lot of things happening personally. But this time of year is the most exciting when we're all trying to decide on our next year's plans. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out Skillshare's digital planning classes, or if there's a particular class that you found really helpful, let us know. And thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And I'll see you next week.